Hi, so I want to share a couple of testimonies that I heard on our Monday night call that we have. Every Monday we have a call, and it's not just a call for people who are on the business side, it's for everyone, because at the end of it, we're all customers. And what I really enjoy getting to hear these testimonies because there's a lot of people, there's hundreds of people on these calls every Monday. And it's just amazing to hear different people's experiences. You know, we all have different reasons for why we started using the products. Some just needed energy just for day-to-day life, but there are others who are really struggling with some really intense things that they just needed a little extra help and support for. And so I just want to share the two testimonies that we heard Monday night at the call, because I just thought especially the first one was so amazing. And let me put this out there just as before we get started, this is not medical advice. I'm not saying anybody should go one way or the other, but these are real life experiences that people are having. This is real life results that people are getting from the products, and I think it's worth a share. So the first one that we got to hear is from one of the ladies, and she has been using the Amare product since June of 2022. And she said that for 24 years, consistently, she has taken antidepressants. And she said that it was just a necessity, and it is for many, just to be able to function and to be able to have that mental and emotional help that they need. But she said for 24 years, she's consistently taken antidepressants. But she said one day she accidentally threw her medication away, which I can only imagine how that felt. It's an expensive medication, and so she couldn't afford to just go and buy it again. So she figured that she would just wait, give it a month, and then she would just get her medication the next month when she could. But in the meantime, she had a friend who had started using Amare. It is a mental wellness company, and so because her friend this is something that she deals with, she just said, hey, maybe try this out in the meantime. And so her friend told her about it, and she jumped in, and she got what is called a wellness pack. It's like a huge pack that's got everything in it. And so she jumped in with the wellness pack, and she said that when she started just consistently using the products, that they actually were working for her so well. And up to this stage, she actually has not had to go back on her antidepressants. And now, once again, I'm going to reiterate, this is her experience. This is the way it affected her. Not saying that it'll be the same for everyone, but for her, she's been able to manage it without having to go back on her antidepressants. But she also, and this is what I appreciate, is that she was very honest about the fact it's not like some miracle where she's just always just so happy and just full of energy. She said that she still has some struggles just with seasonal depressive disorder, but being consistent with using the supplements has been so helpful for her. She said she doesn't have that constant up and down that sometimes comes with emotional things that we have to deal with. Outside of just the emotional benefits to her, she said her hair and her skin is looking better. There's foods that she hadn't been able to tolerate well because her gut is working better, it's properly functioning. She's able to now be able to tolerate some of those foods. Not saying that she goes wild, but she doesn't have to worry, like say if she has something that she normally couldn't have, that it's not going to totally wreck her, which I totally get that. And she said she has been able to give up coffee and just the day-to-day dealing with stress she's able to do. So I just thought that was such an amazing testimony from someone who just has some real deal things that she's having to contend with from day to day, but just showing how using these supplements to help support has been really good for her. And so the second testimony that we got to hear was from someone who's been drinking Happy Juice for 7 weeks. And at first, she got it just for herself, but she actually found that it was benefiting her daughter. So she has a daughter who is 7 years old, and her daughter was having some digestive issues, not going regularly, which a lot of kids, I'm coming to find out, actually struggle with that. She would just be in such discomfort that she would just cry, and as a mom, you can imagine just how helpless you feel in that situation, and that's kind of how she felt. said her doctor prescribed something for her little girl that just was not working. And so she just decided to try a little happy juice with her happy juice. So she just started off with just a little bit, just 3 ounces, just to see if it would help out. And she said by the 4th day, her daughter was good to go. All those digestive issues were cleared up and she was able to be regular, which that messes with your mood. When you feel that way, when things just are not properly functioning, you are uncomfortable. And so can you imagine just being 7 years old having to deal with that discomfort? So it's been 7 weeks now and her daughter is good. And so she is now using the kids version for her daughter. But I just thought these were so amazing to share, just because it just goes to show it's really helping so many people. And this is one of the reasons why I'm really glad that I actually partnered with this company, because it's something that we all need. There's not a person who is not dealing with something that maybe they can use a little help for. So I hope you enjoyed hearing these testimonies, and I hope you have a nice day.